You're going to be surprised.
You're going to be surprised. You're going to be surprised.
I think you're going to be surprised.
You're going to be surprised.
If you find out about every one of these kinks of attempt on U.S.
Presidents.
What are you talking about?
Presidents.
Donald Trump, 2024. During a rally, Trump was injured by a projectile, striking his ear. The unidentified gunman was killed by law enforcement, highlighting the inherent risks of public appearances and the vital role of security in protecting the president. Joe Biden, 2023. A man was arrested near the White House with a sniper rifle, hundreds of rounds of ammunition, and a detailed map marking presidential routes. His plan was to target Biden during a public event. The swift action by law enforcement to intercept him highlights the ongoing vigilance required to protect the president. Joe Biden, 2022. A drone armed with explosives was intercepted near a location where President Biden was scheduled to speak. The drone was controlled by a suspect from a remote location, showcasing the evolving technology and new challenges in presidential security. Donald Trump, 2022. An explosive device was discovered in a vehicle parked near Trump Tower. The suspect planned to detonate it during Trump's visit to New York. Quick response by the bomb squad defused the device, showing the importance of constant monitoring and preparedness against such threats. Joe Biden, 2021. During Biden's first year in office, a man was arrested for plotting to assassinate him. The suspect was found with a rifle and ammunition in his car near the White House. This incident underscored the ongoing threat and the importance of vigilance in protecting current presidents. Donald Trump, 2020. Pascale Ferrier mailed ricin-laced letters to Trump. The letters were intercepted, and Ferrier was arrested, showing the ongoing threat of biochemical attacks and the effectiveness of security measures in preventing them. Donald Trump, 2018. William Clyde Allen III mailed letters containing ricin seeds to Trump. The letters were intercepted, demonstrating the critical role of mail screening in preventing biochemical attacks on the president. Donald Trump, 2017. Gregory Lee Linegang tried to use a forklift to flip Trump's car at a North Dakota refinery. The forklift got stuck, and Linegang was arrested, showing the lengths to which some individuals will go in their attempts to harm a president. Barack Obama, 2013. In addition to the ricin letter plot, Obama faced another threat from a militia group in Minnesota. The group planned to bomb the White House, but FBI infiltration and arrests prevented the attack. This incident demonstrated the persistent threat of domestic terrorism. Barack Obama, 2013. James Dutchka framed an Elvis impersonator for sending ricin-laced letters to Obama. He was eventually caught and sentenced, revealing the bizarre and complex motivations behind some assassination attempts. Barack Obama, 2011. Oscar Ortega Hernandez, convinced he was the modern-day Jesus Christ, fired at the White House. Though he didn't hit Obama, he was captured and sentenced to 25 years, illustrating the persistent danger of ideological extremists. Barack Obama, 2009. An unidentified Syrian man, posing as a journalist, planned to stab Obama at an Istanbul summit. Turkish authorities arrested him before he could act, underscoring the importance of rigorous security checks for presidential events. George W. Bush, 2005. During a speech in Georgia, Vladimir Arutunian threw a grenade at Bush. It failed to explode, and Arutunian was later captured and sentenced to life in prison. This incident highlighted the global reach of threats against American presidents. Bill Clinton, 1996. A plot involving Osama bin Laden aimed to bomb Clinton during a visit to Manila. The Secret Service rerouted his motorcade, averting the threat. This foiled attempt was an early warning of bin Laden's dangerous ambitions. Bill Clinton, 1994. Frank Eugene Corder attempted to crash a plane into the White House, aiming for Clinton's bedroom. He missed and died in the crash, showing the extreme and unpredictable methods some would use to try to harm the president. George H.W. Bush, 1993. The Iraqi intelligence service plotted to kill Bush with a car bomb in Kuwait. The plan was thwarted, and President Clinton responded with missile strikes on Iraqi intelligence. This bold retaliation demonstrated America's resolve to protect its leaders. Ronald Reagan, 1981. John Hinckley Jr., obsessed with impressing actress Jodie Foster, shot President Reagan. Reagan was wounded but survived, and Hinckley was found not guilty by reason of insanity. This shocking event underscored the critical importance of mental health awareness. Jimmy Carter, 1979. Raymond Lee was arrested with a gun before he could shoot Carter during a speech in Los Angeles. He revealed a larger conspiracy, but charges were dropped due to insufficient evidence. This incident highlighted the complexities of prosecuting assassination plots. Gerald Ford, 1975. Just weeks after the first attempt, Sarah Jane Moore fired a shot at Ford in San Francisco. A bystander deflected her aim, and the Secret Service quickly secured Ford. This close call emphasized the unpredictable nature of threats against the president. Gerald Ford, 1975. Lynette Squeaky Fromm, a follower of Charles Manson, attempted to shoot President Ford in Sacramento. The Secret Service swiftly apprehended her before she could fire, demonstrating the ever-vigilant protection surrounding the president. Richard Nixon, 1974. Samuel Bick planned to hijack a plane and crash it into the White House. His plot was foiled when police stopped him at the airport before the plane could take off. This incident was an early indication of the lengths some would go to target a president. Harry S. Truman, 1950. Puerto Rican nationalists Griselio Torresola and Oscar Collazo attacked Blair House, where Truman was staying. In a dramatic shootout, Torresola was killed and Collazo captured. The bravery of Truman's guards during this violent confrontation underscored the vital role of presidential security. Harry S. Truman, 1947. The Stern Gang, a Zionist group, sent letter bombs to President Truman. The Secret Service intercepted and defused the bombs, preventing any harm. This incident highlighted the growing threat of international terrorism and the need for stringent mail screening. John F. Kennedy, 1963. Before his assassination in Dallas, Kennedy faced other threats. A Chicago plot involved ex-Marine Thomas Arthur Valley, who was arrested with weapons and ammunition. This foiled attempt showed the constant dangers presidents face. Lyndon B. Johnson, 1966. During a trip to Australia, Johnson was targeted by an anti-Vietnam War protester who planned to shoot him during a parade. The plot was uncovered by the Australian Secret Intelligence Service, preventing the attack and showcasing international cooperation in protecting U.S. presidents. Franklin D. Roosevelt, 1933. Giuseppe Zangara fired 6 shots at Roosevelt during a speech in Miami, missing him but injuring 5 others, including Chicago Mayor Anton Cermak, who later died. Roosevelt's composed response helped manage the chaotic aftermath and reassured the public. Herbert Hoover, 1928. An anarchist plot led by Severino Di Giovanni aimed to bomb Hoover's train during a goodwill tour in Latin America. Luckily, the explosives were discovered and defused, keeping Hoover safe and unflustered by the incident, showcasing the growing importance of international security measures. Woodrow Wilson, 1915. Eric Munter, a former Harvard professor, planted a bomb in the Senate reception room and later attempted to assassinate Wilson. The bomb exploded, causing damage but no casualties. Munter's actions highlighted the potential for domestic threats to the president. Theodore Roosevelt, 1912. While campaigning for a 3rd term, Theodore Roosevelt was shot in the chest by John Schrank. Miraculously, the bullet was slowed by Roosevelt's speech papers and glasses case. Showing his trademark toughness, Roosevelt continued his speech before seeking medical help. William McKinley, 1901. During the Pan American Exposition, anarchist Leon Czolgosz shot President McKinley. Although McKinley initially appeared to recover, he died from gangrene caused by his wounds. This tragic event led to significant changes in presidential security protocols. James A. Garfield, 1881. Charles J. Guiteau, angry over not getting a government job, shot President Garfield at a train station. Garfield endured 11 painful weeks of poor medical treatment before succumbing to his wounds, emphasizing the dire need for advancements in presidential medical care. Abraham Lincoln, 1860. Before becoming president, Lincoln was targeted in a plot discovered by Detective Alan Pinkerton. The conspirators planned to kill him on his way to the inauguration. Pinkerton changed Lincoln's travel route, thwarting the assassination and ensuring Lincoln made it safely to Washington. Andrew Jackson, 1835. Richard Lawrence, a mentally ill painter, tried to shoot President Andrew Jackson at a congressional funeral. Both of his guns misfired, and Jackson, furious, beat him with a cane before aides subdued Lawrence. This dramatic scene was the first known assassination attempt on a sitting president. Well, thanks for watching this video. We appreciate your time. And if you found it helpful and enjoyed it, and if you did learn anything new, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends.